My wife abandoned me and our 3 kids for her affair partner. 21 years later, she showed up at our door. What we said to her left her completely speechless. 21 years ago, I came home from a 12-hour shift at the construction site to find my house eerily quiet. No kids running to greet me. No dinner cooking. Just silence and a note on the kitchen counter. The note was brief. I deserve to be happy. This isn't the life I wanted. Don't look for me. F. That's it. That's all Francine. Left after 7 years of marriage and 3 kids. Donovan was 5, Shayla was 3, and Quincy had just turned 1. She packed her shit while I was at work, dropped the kids at my mother's house, and vanished to chase her sleazy coworker Jerome across the country to California. My mother had called me 3 times that day, but I was operating heavy machinery and couldn't answer. When I finally called her back during lunch, she just said Francine had dropped the kids off saying she had an emergency. By the time I got home and found the note, Francine was already on a plane. I called her phone. Disconnected. Her sister. I don't know anything, Roderick. She just said she needed to find herself. Her parents. They were as shocked as I was, but within a week they'd somehow rationalized it. Maybe you weren't giving her what she needed emotionally. Her mother had the audacity to suggest. I told them to fuck off and never contacted them again. The first night was hell. Quincy wouldn't stop crying for his mother. Shayla kept asking when mommy was coming back from her trip. Donovan, old enough to sense something was very wrong, just sat on the couch staring at the door. I didn't sleep. I held my boys while they cried, changed diapers, made bottles, and tried to figure out how the fuck I was going to do this. I built houses, poured foundations, framed walls in 100-degree heat. But nothing prepared me for being abandoned with 3 kids under 6. But here's the thing about me: I don't fold. Never have, never will. I restructured everything. Switched to the morning shift at work, 5 a.m. to 1 p.m., so I could pick up the kids from school and daycare. My foreman, a tough old bastard named Hank, took one look at me that first week and said, "Take whatever time you need, but don't you dare quit. Your kids need you working." He shuffled schedules, covered for me when daycare called, and never once made me feel like less of a man for being a single father. The divorce was straightforward. Abandonment is abandonment. She didn't contest it. Hell, she didn't even show up. I got full custody, the house, everything. The child support orders went nowhere, because she disappeared completely. Fine by me. I didn't want her money. I wanted her gone. Those early years were brutal. You ever try to explain to a 3-year-old why mommy isn't coming to her dance recital? Or why a 5-year-old's Mother's Day card has to go to grandma instead? Quincy was lucky in a fucked up way. He never knew her, so he never missed her. But Donovan and Shayla, they carried that wound. I never talked shit about Francine to them. Didn't need to. Kids aren't stupid. They figure out real quick who shows up and who doesn't. Who signs the permission slips, who teaches them to ride bikes, who's there at 2 a.m. when they're puking. That was all me. Dating. Forget it. For the first 5 years, my world was work and kids. Period. Any woman who had a problem with that could keep walking. I went on maybe 3 dates in those years, and each time I made it crystal clear my kids come first, second, and third. Most women said they understood. They didn't. Then I met Marlena. I was at the ER with Shayla. She'd broken her wrist falling off the monkey bars. Marlena was the nurse who treated her. Shayla, 11 at the time and sharp as a tack, looked at this woman and said, "You're pretty." My dad's single. I wanted to sink into the floor. Marlena just laughed and said, "Well, your dad's pretty handsome himself, but right now let's focus on fixing that wrist." She slipped me her number on the discharge papers. I waited a week to call. When I did, I laid it out straight. I've got 3 kids. Their mother abandoned us. I work construction. I'm not looking for a mother for them. I've been handling that. But if you're interested in dinner, I'd like to take you out. She appreciated the honesty. We dated for 2 years before I introduced her to the kids. By then, Donovan was 13, Shayla was 11, and Quincy was 9. I sat them down first alone, and told them I'd met someone. Donovan's first question: "Is she going to leave too?" That gutted me. I told him I couldn't promise what another person would do, but I could promise that no matter what, I wasn't going anywhere. Marlena was perfect with them. She didn't try to be their mother. She just was herself. She came to Donovan's football games, helped Shayla with her science projects, taught Quincy how to cook. She earned their trust slowly, patiently. We got married when Quincy was 11. Small ceremony, just family. The kids were in the wedding party. Shayla, then 13, pulled me aside at the reception and said, "Dad, she's the mom we should have had all along." I'm not ashamed to say I cried like a baby. The teenage years flew by. Donovan went into the trades like his old man, became an electrician. Smart kid, makes better money than I do now. Shayla went to college, became a teacher. Says she wants to be there for kids who don't have anyone. Quincy's in his final year of college, studying engineering. My kids turned out fucking amazing, and it had nothing to do with Francine.